I'm very sorry, but I have to start off the video with this. Where is my donkey? Okay, I found him. There's a donkey over here and there's a camel. I mean giraffe. And they all have a cat riding on the back of it. If I go into survival mode, hopefully he's gonna do... Yes! He still does it! I wanted to test out whether the camel will hit me. I wanted to see if the camel would hit me. How long will it take for them to stop spitting? How long is this gonna take? Alright, welcome to Snapshot 25W44A. I'm sorry, you can't get to me now, it's just the way it works. The first thing you're gonna notice is that night vision no longer night vises. See how dark everything is? So if I go downstairs, immediately you're gonna see that night vision actually works. See how if I go into this cave, it looks like I have full bright on. But then, there are massive lighting glitches here due to block light problems. This is caused by the glow lichen here, or the diamond ore. You can see it right here as well. I can only imagine this is because of the vibrant visuals updates Mojang are making in the back end. I use night vision a lot so you guys, the viewers, can see things during the night. So I hope this is not a permanent thing. Anyway, welcome to Snapshot 25W44A. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more news updates as they come out every week. For the more technical minds out there, I need to demonstrate a couple of things before I get into the actual meat of this snapshot. You'll see immediately what's going on with the world as I load in. The chunks fade in now. Welcome to Bedrock Edition. That's right, I'm secretly on Bedrock Edition. What the heck is happening here? So if you go to video settings all the way down, we have a couple of things that have now been added to the video settings. We have anisotropic filtering, which is a rendering option you can set to 8 times. What this does is it analyzes your view angle and makes things look a lot sharper. What I'm going to talk about here is chunk fade. This is very much a Bedrock Edition feature. Oh my god, what is happening? I'm going to wear an elytra for a second, get some fire rockets. Okay, alright, let's load in some new chunks. We can see the effect of this as it comes across on your screen. The world fades into view as if there is a fog over it. If you play Bedrock Edition, this is exactly what it looks like. So you may be forgiven if you think that this is Bedrock Edition. And now I'm going to set it to 0.1. And that's what I believe I'll set it to for myself. It looks nice to have a bit of fading in, but when it's really strong and hidden behind fog, it's hard to see what details there are when things are a lot slower than they should be. Next, we have a huge change to game rules. Now I've gone through all of them, they all make complete sense. The ones that have changed the most, I guess, would be like advanced time and advanced weather. Advanced time used to be called do daylight cycle, and it was camel case, so like this. And then do weather cycle for weather. But now it's called advanced time and advanced weather, so it's changed. Fire tick also no longer exists. Instead, it's fire spread radius. And then there are some other changes, but I'm sure you'll be able to figure those out. So many lush caves in this desert, what? Alright, so we'll set the time to night, and we're gonna look for a dead camel. And there we go. We have the new mob here. So this is the new mob. It's called the camel husk or the cusk. And we also have the new parched mob, which is a skeleton husk or the skusk. They all share similar spawning properties to the husk, while the skusk shoots weakness arrows. What I find really fascinating about this mob is the fact that you can't really lead it unless it does not have a rider. So if I spawn another one over here, I can lead it like this. But the fact of the matter is that these guys become hostile if they have hostile riders on the back of it. Now, there are some issues that I found on stream, so if I unleash this cat, I can leash the camel right there. However, if I force the cat to ride on the camel, I can't leash it anymore. I think that's a little bit of an issue because cats are clearly not hostile mobs, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm basically just gonna hold my shield. You can see how absolutely derpy this mob is and how weird they behave. I think part of the problem here is the coordination of the riders. They don't even look at you. All the while, the husk is trying to ram at you with the spear. In all honesty though, this is a very dangerous mob to deal with in the dark. It's like fighting a Ravager, but a really fast one. However, here is a very fun exploit that I discovered. So what you need to do, they're very fast, by the way, because of the spear. All right, anyway, now I'm gonna sit there. Notice that this husk is no longer hitting me. So now I have a friend. You can see the husk is engaged, but is not able to hit me. So if I disengage from the camel, the husk is still trying to hurt me. But because a camel can have 2 riders, all you need to do is just ride the camel and you can take him wherever you want. It's not exactly like a boat because a zombie in a boat can still hit you. Exact same thing happens with the parched. If you just ride the camel with the parched on your back, he cannot hurt you at all because the hitboxes are right next to each other. And as you know, arrows will never hit you if the skeleton is right on top of you. So essentially, you can direct these weakness arrows to cure zombie villagers. I'm sure there is a very easy mechanism to direct one arrow to shoot one zombie villager, cycle it through, hit another one, cycle it through, instead of relying on witches. Because this guy will always shoot weakness arrows. All right, see if I can do this. Oh, you missed. No way. Oh, they're hitting the block up there. Oh, I have an idea. There you go. All right, get through. The arrow was on the block. Okay, so now you're weaknessed and then cure. Nice. There's definitely going to be a farm made in like a day or something for this. Anyway, the camel husk favorite food is rabbit's foot. Kind of random, but okay. Lunge has also had an improvement. Yeah, these things just keep changing because of community feedback. So now when I lunge, what happens is this. Saturation goes down, and I lose 1 unit of durability. This is for lunge 1. 18, 17, 16, 15, and so on. Now we'll go lunge 2. My saturation goes down by 2. Although the durability cost will still be 1, doesn't matter what enchant level you have. I want to quickly show you something that ITMG made. It is so absurd yet so hilarious that this can actually be a thing. It looks like saturation depletion is here to stay as a feature for Lunge. So to continue using it, you've got to eat cake. It is just the way that it be. And so Lunge 3, obviously with saturation at 5, is going to go down to 2. And that is obviously going to be 1.5 food bars. Significantly less than the 2.5 in the previous snapshot. Can't use it anymore. Let's see what happens with Lunge 255. Saturation at 20. 18? Nah, that's not right. That ain't right. Let's do it again. I genuinely thought I'd die from that. Anyway, I'm gonna end off the video with this. Watch. I'm floating in the water. Oh my god. These guys no longer sink and drown. You can finally ride horses over water, which is a huge, huge improvement. All right, come here. You all want to know what used to happen? I mean, it's happening right now, not this snapshot. I've got a horse here. I'm gonna ride him into the water. What a shame. The traditional solution would have been a boat. They don't work on boats. This truly is fantastic. I mean, we're calling this update the Mounts of Mayhem. If they weren't gonna make this change now, I don't think they would ever do this. Oh, there's one last thing I just figured out. Look at this. Cloud color. So instead of exclusively changing the opacity of clouds, you can also change the color now in the snapshot. They use ARGB, so you can actually change the transparency of clouds as well. So this can be found in dimension types. I don't know if you can change this for each biome, because that would be really cool. Imagine having one biome have one cloud color and then another one having a different cloud color. Here I've made them a little bit more purple. I think if I fly all the way up, I don't even know what it looks like if I fly all the way up here. Oh, that was really weird. Obviously in the dimension type, you already know you can modify the height of the clouds, and that affects the way happy gas interact with them as well. I'm never going to be able to find the creeper face. Now they're a bit more pink. You can add modifiers to them as well. You can probably make them look really different. What the heck is going on there? Why is there a stronghold in my test world? Anyway, I don't know how flexible this is because it seems like it's dimension specific, so I can't make one side of it be a different color to the other side. So it looks like it's kind of useless for me. It's just world gen modification. Entirely up to you how you want to use it. I'll see you guys soon.